Death ignited.
Enemy seen. This ends now.
Experience tranquility.
Score 0-1. Ready for battle.
Don't fail me. Or else.
Shed the weight of your doubts, and your mind will become clear.
Five, four, three, two, one. Round two. Capture objective.
I am always ready to learn. Combat protocol activated.
Powerless.
Scaling up. Repositioning. Quite the boost. Behind you.
Flanking.
Allow me. The world is a dangerous place. My soul will ignite.
Reversing personnel penalty.
This looks like the best team in the solar system.
Chris, we're in this together. All of us. Croissant, 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 croissant. Plan to win, or expect to lose.
Five, four, three, two, one. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Look alive out there. Enemy spotted. Cut all this feet.
Flanking. In possession of the objective.
Think I'd ever let you down?
Need a moment to recharge. You cannot escape me.
I am capturing the objective.
Mission design at work. Stay down. Unassailable prowess.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
With the payload for the mesh.
عامل ايه؟ اهلا اهلا
The eye. Hello there.
That feels much better. This ends now.
أنا محل.
Cybernetics regulated.
Payload has reached the checkpoint.
The payload needs served. Need a moment to recharge. A taste of poison. Misery made melody. We must ensure the payload progress. Mind your surroundings.
ازيك؟
Your end is within my reach.
Matchmaker.
I keep you up. While we stop.
Sporting the payload.
Taking care of you. Close your eyes. That must sting.
I'm here. Keep fighting. You're all done. Get in. It's go time.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Flattery will get you the grave.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Clear out.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Railgun charge. Don't let them take the point. Coming through. This is restricted airspace.
Stubbornness.
Something
Enemy
more.
contact.
What is it now?
Receive my aid. Be nourished.
Cybernetics regulating. Area denial. Railgun charge. Cybernetic innovation at its finest. Better from you.
Score 3-3. Initiating match.
Father's work is never done.
Are you breathing petrol? Or something more interesting?
Want some?
No, thank you. I'll just observe.
Stay out of trouble, Nana. Yes, ma'am.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Area denial.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Hustle up. I'm on my game now. Stop the payload. Thanks.
A sip for the parched?
Not so fast. It's go time.
Administer.
2 down.
Score 4 to 3. Switching sides.
6.
Initiating match. Ready for battle.
So you're going with gold? Joining
We're in this
Overwatch.
together. All of us. If you can outthink your opponent, it's easy to outfight them.
Load up!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Stand as one.
Enemy spotted.
Possession of the objective.
Taking the point. Backup would be wonderful.
Do not objective A captured.
Alrighty, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, we have not had casting for these first couple of matches. I've been busy multitasking on some other projects while attempting to stream this. But I'm here now for game number 3. This is Center Overwatch White, our B team for Overwatch. Fortunately, already fell in the semifinals match, but here we are playing a tiebreaker to determine who will be taking home the coveted prize of 3rd place here in our NECC playoffs. We're playing against Midway, fellow Kentucky school here. Center is in red. Been playing some wackier comps than we normally play. Again, fully aware that these don't count for a whole lot. Been seeing some success, swapping some people onto some different roles. Here we will see Big Soup out on the Orisa. We have never run Big Soup on a tank before. Fortunately, this will be 3 of Center's members dying immediately. In a game like Flashpoint, if you're gonna die, dying fast isn't such a bad thing, though. Center will be able to regroup and not lose too many percentage points here on this first sub point. Blakeu swapping over to the Sojourn here in this series. Not that he didn't start on it for this. Sojourn, being a hero Blake does not normally play in these types of matches. But been playing a lot Sojourn in comp and quick play. Saying, a game where you're fighting for 3rd place seems like a good time to bust it out. And went absolutely crazy on that King's Row game. So I believe in him. Big Soup entering onto site just a little bit, just getting his toes in there. A couple low health bars at center, but that'll be Dudu taking the first pick of this fight. Over onto Jaeger will be a trade. Another one coming out by Blakeu though. That is center up just a little bit, but with Bob here on the point, that starts to even things up. The Moira on the side of Midway has secured yet another kill. That will be center, losing this first point pretty surely. But an ult invested, and Big Soup is on site here, so this could be a hold. Not sure if any of Center's teammates will be able to get here in time. A couple of them do. Star Garden, they are just heal botting here, trying to keep teammates alive. Big Soup with a great ult. And this looks doable for Center College. That's going to be them turning the point here, looking to do a little bit of cleanup. Maybe even staggering some folks. Still are going to have to go from just 13% here all the way to 100. So certainly going to be an opportunity for Midway to re-engage. See ults out here from Dudu and Blakeu. Both of these DPS ults online. Couple ults here for Midway as well. Looking pretty even. Dudu fishing for something cheeky over here, but he might have to press his get out of jail free card. Blakeu investing the overcharge here. Getting a lot of damage under that Orisa. Sort of still here in the back line. Ooh, gonna get burned down. But Dudu, he's up from the high ropes and he jumps down. Gonna get 2 squishies for his trouble. But here on point, Jaeger is doing a lot of damage into Center College. It does look like Center might be able to hold on here. Oh, it's just Big Soup left and 2 alive for Midway. That is going to be the point for them. A great coalescence there to keep the couple of Midway folks alive. No way for Center to touch at this point. Overtime is going to tick down. Now, that's just the first point here. Big Soup will have an ult going into this next fight. One that will have no match here for Midway. No ults online for Midway, not a single one. See a swap here on the Tracer from Savannah. It could be really scary if your name is Adama and you're playing a character like Mercy that just gets preyed upon by these sort of flanker characters. Dudu and Big Soup putting on some frontline damage here. Peeking around this corner. Ooh, Big Soup getting awfully low. Dudu as well. That's going to be Blakeu with the first pick. A huge assist there. Looks like the whole team was looking at that Mercy. Gonna be the ult from Big Soup. And some people up. Zoning some people out. Tons of damage here from Center College for the follow-up. Doo-doo boo-doo taking 2. Only 19% on the point there for Midway, so not a huge difference here. Center's going to equalize that in just a moment. Gonna be Big Soup engaging right on here, creating some space for Blakeu with the overclock. Come in behind and do all this damage. Looking for the kill onto that Reaper. Oh, not gonna be able to get it. But Center is not fighting on point. This is where they're wanting to, take this fight here. Making sure no one is contesting point. Gonna be able to get out safely with all this great heals and those get out of jail free card abilities like the Wraith from Reaper. Now Doo-doo boo-doo playing a little careful because he wants to pop this ult here. He's gonna get, I think, the same 2 squishies from the last time he popped it for his troubles. Is gonna go down there, but 2 ults invested from Midway, and Center's still up in the fight. This is looking pretty good. Fortunately, that will be Adama falling. Center still has the support alive in Star Garden. Looks like they're gonna be able to take this second flashpoint. Tying things up. A little bit split here. Want to make sure Big Soup gets his healing. Looks like there's a very good chance Midway will be getting to this point earlier. Spawns on this map are pretty wacky. Doo-doo boo-doo. TPing over to the left side. Gonna find 2 people. Maybe not a fight he's looking to take. That's gonna be Symmetra here. Notice that swap for Midway. Another engagement ult here for Big Soup. Gonna enable his teammates. Start picking up some of these kills here. Blakeu with another overclock. Seems like he always has this one online. Is going to be no ults here for Center College going into the next fight. Not sure if Blakeu did or didn't need to invest that, but he's been charging them so quickly. I think we'll see another one soon enough. Really interesting one player spawning in a very different part of the map than others. Or not spawning, just backed up to. Yeah, it'll be Midway coming onto point here. They have the Mercy ult. Oh, and right as they pop it, they manage to get the pick. It's Doo-doo boo-doo. That is a huge pick there. That Valkyrie was going to be the fight winner there for Midway, what they were banking on. Doo-doo boo-doo doing a little spin, getting the pick onto human TM. That's going to be Midway forced out here. Doo-doo boo-doo getting aggressive, wants another pick. Always has that Wraith, always gets out, Shooting a little bit of Zarya bubble, just for fun, just to raise the stakes a bit. Ulting right in the middle of the Graviton Surge. Doo-doo boo-doo probably going to look to contest here. Didn't pop Wraith in time to do so, but it wouldn't matter. Center at 99% here. They just have to go in, win one more fight. No ults online yet for Midway, but that Blossom is going to be here very soon. Center is going to have 3 into this next fight. But if human TM misspoke, is able to pop this proactively, this could spell disaster for Center College's push. So maybe looking to do the exact same thing he's been doing. Running onto point, popping that ult. Does it again. Able to get a pick on the Mercy. That's going to be Big Soup spearing the Zarya off of the map. Big Soup absolutely popping off here. Just the far left. That's going to be a great cleanup. Not sure if they will have time to touch here. I think they might. Right, not. And Midway going to go ahead and look for that next flashpoint. Center has Kitsune and Overclock. You said Blaiku, charging these ults very quickly. Doing just so much damage in these fights. We'll look for this Kitsune first. Dudu getting awfully hurt, but the rest of the team, full health, running on in. Knowing that they get their cooldowns faster, that they get a better fire rate. Hoping to go ahead and get them a few picks here. Blaiku popping at ult again. We might even see another one before this game is over. Big Soup will have another ult soon, thanks to all that damage he did on the last point. Dudu. We're looking for a cheeky flank soon. Fortunately, he's been found out. Doesn't have his ult anyway, so not going to be able to do too much other than maybe look for an assassination on one of these supports. Ooh, in a really, really tricky spot. Oh my god, that's a huge rocket barrage from Savannah from Midway. Rocket barrage and the Graviton Surge. Not a whole lot you could do into that.
Healthy body, healthy mind. Here to help.
Going to be a Coalescence online for Midway. And perhaps the Death Blossom too, going into this next fight. And are maybe hoping to get Dudu here in a tricky position. Oh, Blaiku falling early. Would be disastrous. Dudu definitely looking to ult here. Zarya bubble could give him some trouble. Or the Pharah that's right above him. Really great from Star Garden to get that Suzu out in time. Dudu does still fall though, unfortunately. Coalescence online. Able to put in a lot of extra pressure onto center. Even in Valk form, Adama going to fall as well. Not sure if center is going to have the ability to push again. Points go very, very quickly. 83%, 85%. Dudubudu's going to look to have touch here. Running in really quickly. Not sure if there's going to be time. It's so close. He's on site, but he dies immediately. Had to use his Wraith to even get there. Blaiku's there, but next point is already unlocked. That's going to tie things up once again. A few ults out here for both sides. Tied scoreboard. Anyone's game.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds. Terra Surge ready.
Big Soup on site first. Maybe looking for that signature, round-winning move. Just gonna go ahead and ult right on in here. That'll be Dudu getting the first pick onto the Pharah. Ooh, Big Soup. Does not get healed when he needs it. Too much pressure onto him. Ooh, Blaiku not getting a lot of value with that ult. That's gonna be center falling in this first fight. Maybe some miscommunications there for Center College about positioning.
Greetings. Feeling more powerful?
There has Kitsune and that ult from Big Soup. That Zarya is doing a great job of still pressuring center when Big Soup uses his sort of spear spinning move. Doing it ult again. Not a lot of follow-up. Soup. Low health bar again. That's Dudu falling. The Pharah is down. Only 3 alive. 2 supports and a tank. And with the res out from Midway, this is looking bad. Not a winnable fight. Center looking to back out here. But probably should have done that earlier. Someone is going to have touch. This is last fight territory for Center College. At 95%, who is it going to be with the touch? Dudu looking for it. Just misses it. Just TP's just a second too late. And that's going to be Midway taking round 3. Great play of the game here from Big Soup, though. Regroup for just a moment and come back. Hopefully look to win. Center's still up 2-1. I'm going to take this out on map number 4. This will be a push map. All right, gang. Map number 4, we are headed to Coliseo. See what both sides are looking to run here. I'm expecting maybe another Farah comp out from Midway. That is a trademark weakness of Center College White. In every iteration of this team, we hate playing into a Farah comp. No Farah here. Exciting to see it first. There's always an opportunity to swap when things go downhill. We will see Jaeger here on the Orisa. This is a comp that could easily begin to run a Farah, though. I mean, it's well positioned. Oh, and speak of the devil, I spoke it into existence. I'll be Savannah here on the Farah. Terrifying Center College. On the Doomfist dive. Doodoo Boodoo swapping off the trademark Reaper. Onto the Genji. Love to see it. Some of these close quarters on this map. These flank opportunities. Star Garden, they are on the Tracer. recent buff recipient, Tracer. Ooh, unfortunately, Adama will fall first on the Kiriko here. Maybe looking to disengage here, or just stall out on point for a moment, wait for Adama to get back. Oh, Blakeu evening things up, but unfortunately that'll be Voodoo falling to Savannah. Hoping to get that pick onto the Mercy. Only one support here alive for Midway. Center really hurt here, though. Midway not going to get too much on the cart here. Center looking to maybe make some choices to ensure a little bit more pressure onto the Pharah here. Still proving a dangerous threat. Our garden, they are hiding around this corner here. No pulse bomb online, but ooh, Pharah immediately jumping up. Oh, the pocketed Pharah. So much damage into a small health pool character like Tracer. Already has an ult out. Voodoo able to get the kill with the deflect. It's going to be 2 down from Midway. Things are pretty even here as long as Rat King can support his allies in this fight. This is certainly doable for center, or at least possible to stall for a moment. Blakey coming back with this spawn advantage here. It's going to be a kill onto the Moira. This fight starts to swing in favor of Center College. Going to have nearly 5 ultimates online into this next fight. Center going to be able to use these pretty proactively. Blakeu on the front lines. Call from Rat King. Counter call from Holy Caliburn, but Holy Caliburn is falling on the side of Midway. Voodoo pops ult. Gets nothing for it. Immediately taken out by Savannah and the Pocket Mercy. Some of Center's still alive, but the robot is in the hands of Midway here. And for this pulse bomb, that's Star Garden. Doesn't quite land it. Pretty close here, though. That'll be Kitsune out from Adama. Oh, but unfortunately, this is going to be a lot of Center getting some low health bars here. Starting to stabilize. Blakeu able to prevent a lot of damage. Looking for a pick onto this Moira. Super hurt. It'll be Voodoo eventually taking that Moira out. Center does have control of the robot, but still not in the lead by any stretch of the imagination. It looks like what was attempted to be a solo ult onto Blakeu. Blakeu does finish off Blakeu, but Voodoo and a little bit of self-damage there to finish that off onto Savannah. It's going to be enough for Center to have to back out here. Not going to look for any more progress as all 5 on the side of Midway are here. Star Garden, they have swapped onto the Soldier 76, hoping to do a little bit more pressure into the skies. Rat King with an early ultimate. Blakeu, able to use that new Doomfist buff. Able to heal, well, using his ultimate here. Adama with that first pick onto Holy Caliburn. Getting a pick onto a support early in the fight. Really huge deal here. Gonna punch that Reaper. Center is certainly up in the fight. Just these flyers left. That'll be the Pharah falling first. Mercy looking to get out alive. I've just been joined by Mr. Jackson Arnold.
Hello.
He's getting ready for our next cast later in the evening.
Yes.
But I'm just going to make him hop on with it.
I'm happy to join. Get a little warm-up going. So we see Center has taken the lead with that final push. Voodoo getting a crucial ultimate there in the back, taking out that Pharmacy and keeping the skies clear for this next team fight. Center surround. Oh, Adama falls. Ooh, and so do Blakeu to that Reaper human TM. Center is gonna be down the exact same number of rolls as the other team. Voodoo is just gonna take the L on that, fly off the map, respawn, reset for the next round.
All charge not given. Go out on your own terms.
No charge not given, and prevent that staggering from happening. The rest of the team can group up faster. if you kill yourself there. So, alright, Blick already going in for that engage, finds the Mercy in the back line, does manage to get the kill with the help of little Moira Bubble coming from the back. Gets an ult off, lands right on top of the Moira. They put it down. Human team goes just down just as fast. One of the fastest team fights I think I've ever seen in my life. All really thanks to that great playmaking there from Blake. Another caster who will be joining us later on. So look forward to some analysis from him. Center moving that robot up, getting it to the point. Almost got it to that checkpoint, at which point they'll be able to spawn closer to the front. And will not lose progress on that barrier moving back. Looks like we have traded a support on both sides, but Dudu takes down Human TM, but Center loses the Star Garden's DPS at the same time. Adama trying to keep Doomfist alive. Dudu falls Center without any DPSs, one support, one tank, and that is it. A desperate fight here on the point. Adama trying their best to stay alive, dodging those pharmacy rockets. Unfortunately, cannot do it for long, and Blake goes down as well. Center just barely missed out on that checkpoint, but they are still in the lead with 3 minutes to go. And for those who have not been here for very long, Coach Greg, could you remind us what the stream, what the score is currently?
We are currently up 2-1. Midway just took that third map rather over us.
Okay.
But we could win it right here.
This might be it. Rat King utilizing that Moira ult, trying to get some space there, especially from those flyers. Very effective. Unfortunately, Orisa was pushing that point the whole time, so they're desperately trying to get on the point, stop them from taking the lead. And it looks like they will pull it off. They've managed to push away. Blake and Raki managed to push away the rest of the team, rest of the enemy team, and take down the Orisa. Center back in control of the robot, getting some long-range poke damage here. Stargarden not necessarily coming out in the positive end of that fight, but Center's still advancing. And we see, what team is this again?
This is Midway.
Yes, Midway.
In Kentucky.
Yes, Midway. You're up in near Frankfurt, right?
Somewhere, I don't know.
Yeah. In any case, Midway holding on to that bridge, looking for the high ground. They've now dropped down. Blake trying to use that ult again. Mercy looking relatively low. He's trying to go for the supports, but unfortunately he's currently stuck dealing with this Orisa. It's not a necessarily winning fight. We see Midway's Pharah having taken out Rat King. Center decides it might be time to pull back a little bit, bait Midway closer, while Center regroups. That robot's approaching their barricade, but Center is going to try to stop it right before it can reach, and they can get that crucial distance that'll put Midway in the lead. Dudu unfortunately used the ult, does not find anyone, and goes down for his troubles. Savannah utilizing their ult, taking down Stargarden. That's Center without 2 DPSs. Blake finds the opposing Reaper, but Center loses both supports now. All that's left is once again Blake, and he goes ragdolling off in the distance as he falls to a combined assault of Midway's damage-dealing power. Dudu tried to get in there to try to stall that point out, but unfortunately takes what I'm guessing was a Pharah fist to the face. Falls as well. Center now in second. They're no longer in the lead, and Midway has the checkpoint there at the end, which means if this team fight is prolonged, they'll be able to resupply their team faster. People will respawn closer to the point here than they otherwise would have. Blake, unfortunately, appeared to have dived off the edge of the map. And that, if you lose your tank on, first in the team fight, that is typically a losing team fight. Center's going to back off a little bit, especially with Dudu falling to this.
A lot of time for Center College here.
Yes.
And that is not something they have.
No, it is not. 40 seconds, and they have to still get that if they even win this team fight, they have to get that robot to crack across the map and get it pushing that barricade. And okay, Human Team getting a big ult there right on top of Adama. But Stargarden thankfully finds him, takes him down. A little bit of an ult battle here as Stargarden uses that uses the soldier ult. Unfortunately, did not really find many kills, especially with 2 flyers. I think that typically auto aim is what's really good at taking them down. Adama on Center using that tree there to get some more sustain, keep the team alive. A lot of ults being burned from both sides. We saw Stargarden, not Stargarden, I apologize. We saw Savannah utilizing their ult, but it looks like Center finally has the upper hand in this team fight, taking down Orisa, taking down Moira, taking down Reaper. Center finally has regained control of the robot in overtime, and they have to push it about 40 meters. Once they even get it to the other side of the map, that's going to be 2 or 3 team fights, folks, that Center is going to have to win in a row here without what we in the business call C9ing, which is hopping off that point incidentally and letting the overtime timer tick down. And we already see the first of those team fights occurring here right in the middle of the map. Center has pushed it to the middle, therefore Midway does lose that checkpoint in the forward spawn that can help them in these protracted team fights. Doodoo getting the first kill on Human TM. That's a big start. Jaeger falling as well. Looks like Center probably has won this team fight at the cost of just 1 ultimate. Rat Kings are going to have Doodoo's ult up in the next round, or for the next fight. And look, he's already positioned up at this tower here, up in this building. Hopefully trying to find a drop down on them, or he can utilize that ult and get some big early kills. Midway knows where he is, doing that. Barra shooting out some zoning shots there to root him out. Blakeu currently 1v1ing this Orisa. Oh, and he might actually be able to find the kill. Moira does heal, and he looks like he's just going for the stake, trying to find someone to land on. He gets a little bit of damage there, and Jaeger does fall. Stargren, unfortunately, Stargren, Itemon, Raki, and Doodoo have fallen for Center's team. We see the opposing Reaper using that ultimate. Blakeu can try to hold on for as long as possible, but he can't quite do it without the rest of his team. That'll be 2-2 in this match. Well, looks like we're going to the very end, folks, which is a little bit worrisome for us as we, what's the plan?
And we've got a tight timeline tonight. We'll go ahead and play this one out, though. It's only one more game.
Okay, so we'll be back for game 5, or map 5.
Alrighty, folks, we are back for game number 4. This may eat into the start of our watch party start time just a little bit. Sorry in advance, but please enjoy this other exciting game. In the meantime, we are in game 5 here with our Overwatch white team facing off against Midway.
The stakes could not be higher for third place.
For third!
All right. So welcome to Circuit Royale, ladies and gentlemen, as we pan around this picturesque Monacoan landscape. We see that center is switched up a little bit from the last match, or the last map, I should say. Their composition, I mean. Dudu still on that, or has taken the soldier away from Star Garden. Star Garden moving to support, playing Ana. Blaiku also on DPS, while Adama is on tank. So not just a new comp, but a completely switched around roster, you could say. So we'll see how this goes. And on the opposing side, we still see that Pharmacy that proved so dominant in the last round, and we see Blaiku take a rocket to the face that nearly killed him from that Pharmacy. So we'll see how Center has adapted to deal with this. They have 2 hit scans, the Sojourn and Dudubudu's Soldier 76, and currently making some okay progress towards the point. Dueling with Jaeger's Ramatra here, and getting enough of a distance between them to move that cart up a little, but no big moves yet. Sojourn up there on the left on the high ground, looking for that Pharmacy, up to 90% railgun charge, and hopefully slides off to the left to touch a rocket. Hopefully can try and get a good pick off with that. Center already pushed that payload up under the bridge, which is a pretty pivotal part of this point of the map. Always the hardest portion the 2 hardest portions in my experience on this part are getting on that bridge and then getting it right across the finish line, which make that turn. Anima looking really weak. Oh, man, just get a very clutch on a biotic grenade on him. Heal him enough. Unfortunately, oh no, never mind. It was Sojourn, Blaiku that falls in that exchange, but they did manage to take down Human Team's Reaper and Medjugorje's Mercy in exchange. The Pharmacy is going to be a lot weaker without that Mercy support. And indeed, Center still pushing up slowly but surely. I haven't found any more picks since the Mercy, but that point is moving all the same. Oh, that's a big one. Managed to lift up Jaeger there, or Jaeger, with that Sigma ultimate, and get a kill while he was trapped up in midair. And looks like Center will be able to get it across the finish line. Very good play here from Center, especially with a lot of the players off their main roles. So Center will take the first point and are trying to make it up the hill. Adama falls to a very combined assault of a lot of now Ramatra ult and a Mercy ult. Big Soup falls, Starter installed, no supports. Blaiku was nanoed there, but could not survive such an onslaught by himself, and Dudu makes a run for it, makes it out the back. Oh, and here's Adama. Respawn with that closer respawn. I forgot that was a part of this map for a moment. But Dudu does have his ult, as does Big Soup. But Dwarf Soup Center burned the other 3 in that fight, but they are up 1 compared to Midway. Hopefully they can make something happen here. Dudu, unfortunately gets pummeled by Ramatra in his Nemesis form, and Midway is going to use that 1 remaining ult they had to deal with Big Soup as well. Blaiku falls, and Center, tries to retreat, but Stargarden takes a rocket right in the spawn hallway, and we're going to have to wait another 10 seconds for that respawn. Center looking very dominant in the first part of this map, but it definitely stalled going up this hill. And to be fair, it can be a tricky part if you don't maintain momentum going through. Especially with a Pharmacy that can just sit up on the hill and take pot shots at you. There's not a lot you can do about it. Center once again already down a member. Adama looking weak, but Blaiku does manage to use that railgun on the Savannah. That's a huge damage dealer finished for Midway. We get the res off on Adama, but unfortunately res falls on Savannah, and Blaiku goes down. Vara's back, and there's not much counter for her anymore. Adama goes down really quickly to that Nemesis form. Jaeger, Dudu, and Big Soup fall as well. Ana trying to dodge those rockets. Can they escape? No, they can't. Barely miss it to the respawn room when they would have been protected with that great healing And Center's got 2 minutes and 40 seconds to try to figure out how to push up this hill. They swapped off. Anima moving to the Orisa from the Sigma. Probably a smart move with the way the Pharah could get around Sigma's shield by standing up on that hill. Hopefully Anima will have a bit more survivability now. Sargon trying to keep the DPSs alive. Does not manage to do so for Blakeu. And oh yes, he did nano the the Mercy, which is an interesting choice. But did keep her alive, even though she didn't get much damage off. And Center once again pushing back pulling back without a tank. Oh, and unfortunately Blakeu falls to 2 really well placed rockets. Big Suit looks like he's kind of edging towards that res, but as long as those rockets keep flying right into that bubble, there's not much he can do about it. Anima is back alive. A push will commence once more. That slowly but surely that car is moving up, but will it be able to move up fast enough? Big spear there by Anima onto the ulting Mercy. Managed to get him out of it. Anima got his ult, uses it immediately. Can he get a kill? No, but the opposing Ramatra is looking quite weak. Blakeu also utilizing their ult, finds a kill on the Jaeger, and human TM, the Reaper, falls to Anima. Center finds Ravana 2. You see the big revenge there from Blakeu, and that is a team kill for Center College. Possibly. Nope, it appears one died a little too early. The Ramatra did. But Center is now up at this choke point here, right? Into the casino, and are going to try, or I guess it's a hotel. But they're going to try their best to keep him choked up there while somebody moves the point up. I was not able to see who. Okay, there, Rachma comes out. So we see Midway managing to push it through. Unfortunately, Blakeu falls to that AoE damage, and Stargun is taken down by Savannah. Looks like, barely misses out on, I don't know, barely misses out taking down that Pharah in the sky thanks to a well-placed boopy thing that Pharah can send out. I forget what that ability is called. But Center is kind of, they're embodied there right back where they started. In spirit, they're a little closer to their objective. That cart is a mere, I think, 20 meters away, or 10 meters away from the point. But Center only has 14 seconds to touch. And then they have to win the team fight to even get the point there. Dudu activating that ult. Pharah immediately drops like a stone from this guy, trying to dodge that aimbot. Human TM going to their backline. That is worrisome for Center, because he indeed does have his ult. Well, one plays jump can take down a whole group of them. But fortunately, he falls to Dudu's Helix rocket as he tries to go down. Center was smart, played spaced out, and kept his eye on him. Dudu falls soon to Savannah, but a nanoed Orisa uses their ult. Unfortunately, Blakeu falls without DPSs unless Big Soup can get the res off here, which they indeed can. Blakeu's back in action. Unfortunately, Anima could not survive the rocket barrage coming from Pharah, and with no one on the point, it's overtime ends, and Center is only got 1 checkpoint there on Casino Royale. Let's see if they can hold for the back half of this.
Initiating match.
Center is going to have to hold hard to be able to win this map. Getting up to, you typically stall out inside the hotel rather than in front of it. So, being it's going to be a close one to ensure that Midway stops earlier than Center did. But there's hope. There's always hope. So here we go. Center going for almost the exact same comp. Yes, the exact same comp as what they did at the beginning of the last round, switching back from Orisa to that Sigma, and Midway is not also going to change a thing. They found it very effective. I'm not surprised, and they will stick with their guns. So 8 seconds as the timer counts down. We see the Sojourn there deployed a little bit further, probably going to try to farm some railgun charge off in the beginning. Yeah, do some damage with. Oh wow, well placed anti and AoE damage there from Sojourn has meant that has allowed Center to get a very early first kill Really good pick. Oh, and another big ante on the Ramatra Center manages to find the kill there too. Really good first team fight here from Center College. 2 crucial kills there at the beginning. Farah and Mercy are still alive though, as is Human TM. A nice rock falling on that Reaper, but just pushes him away, comes back just as healthy a second later. Oh, Reinhardt has come out. They've swapped from Ramatra to the shielded German himself. And with that, Midway finally finds some ground and is able to start pushing forward. Yet, they have not managed to get a pick yet on Center College. So Center's going to be able to hold them up here underneath the bridge, somewhat safe from the skies from Savannah. As Farah, Blake who does fall pretty quickly though. Blake and Dudu were sitting up on top of that bridge, and man was able to find them, take them down, and that removes a lot of Center's DPS pressure. Well, all of Center's DPS pressure, more or less, especially the pressure that could deal with that pharmacy. Reinhardt making a very aggressive push there. Gets antied, has to back up. Center trying to touch with 1 meter left. Can they hold this point? Can they win this team fight without Center, without Midway getting the checkpoint? Sigma utilizing that ultimate. Human TM and Savannah both fall, and Jaeger to the combined ultimates of Adama and Dudu Budu. Center manages to win the team fight and not let Midway cap that point. They are that was a very incredible play. They're holding on to that Sigma ult right when Dudu Budu got in position and could utilize it to its very best. So, they're back up on this bridge, ready to repel another wave. They have to keep this cart exactly where it's at pretty much for the next 2 minutes. Getting some good damage there off on the Farah. It does blast away and gets healed up quickly by the Mercy though. Get a good rock there onto the Moira, who also gets antied. But unfortunately, Human Team is in their backline, takes down Scar Guardian, Big Stoop, Dudu Budu, and the Farah and Reinhardt finish off the final 2. Their DPS and tank counterparts, which means Midway now has crossed that first finish line, that checkpoint line. Their car is at the base of the hill, and they are beginning the climb. All they need to do is basically get up to the top of that hill, and they will have won this match, or won this map, and therefore won this match. Center somewhat slowly rolling out here to do this team fight. The cart has already rounded the curve of the hill here. Only 15 meters it has to go. Savannah falls quickly though to a good railgun charge from Blakey. Dudu Budu looking weak and indeed falls to Jaeger, trying to get some damage there in the back line. Oh, big purple there on the Reaper and the Reinhardt. Reaper falls pretty quickly. Ryan has to back up. Center is pursuing. Blakey unfortunately falls to the Jaeger. And Big Stu with Rez there on Dudu Budu. Both Reapers back up. Both teams with only 1 DPS. Well, now Midway's Farah is back and immediately bursts down Dudu Budu with that ultimate. Reinhardt just bullying the Center's team out of the way, and unfortunately they cannot even go to touch the point, and Midway has won this match 3-2. It was a good fight there from Center, tried their best, but in the end it's not always meant to be. GG's all. They are getting a good play of the game here from Dudu Budu, and this was indeed a great one. Not even realized he was nanoed as well, but that would definitely help out on getting a 3-piece. And I think we are about to switch over, folks, so stay tuned.
Going to be setting up for the gold game, the finals match in just a moment here.
The main event.
Just wait for just a moment. Very sorry.